Well, hello there! You happen to be a day late and an algo short because this is yesterday's Algorand news. I am, of course, the real Monty Allen, and I am your crypto nerd. If you want to make the news, you can hit hashtag ALGOnews on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter. You can tag me. I appreciate it when you do that because we are a community and all together, there's so much news going on in the Algorand ecosystem. It's hard to keep track. So tag me on those things and you never know, you might make the news. So let's see what happened yesterday. So first up, Algo Batman, thank you for tagging me in this. He actually retweeted and tagged me this Kelly Callahan tweet about this $20 million digital equity issued on Algorand. So it turns out that Realio actually issued $20 million worth of their LMX tokens on the Algorand network. And it's not even just the $20 million. Apparently there's another $8 million that's trailing shortly behind. There was a wave 2 of this particular seed round, or maybe there were 2 rounds of, release of assets. But in any case, I find it very ironic that they released this on Algorand. Let me tell you why. Because the LMX token is really a liquid-cooled Bitcoin miner-backed program. So they're releasing asset-backed tokens, and the assets it's an investment in this Bitcoin mining operation. So let me get this straight: the Bitcoin mining fund. Right? So, hey, I want to invest in Bitcoin miners because I think Bitcoin's going to be the real future here. Let me get down on this. And then the fund managers are like, okay, we'll take your money. If you want to invest in Bitcoin, that's cool, but we're going to put all those assets on the Algorand blockchain. So I find it very, very ironic that the people who are investing in Bitcoin don't even realize that the people who they're investing with are placing it on Algorand to be traded on a secondary market. We'll talk more about a secondary market here because this is the overstock market. We'll talk about that here in just a second, but that's interesting. And that's not even the first time that we have seen something like that happen. If you remember a few months ago, I guess this is 6 weeks ago? So Exodus released this and said, hey, the Bitcoin wallet Exodus, and they call it the Bitcoin wallet, is going to tokenize $75 million in company stock. So kind of a similar type of operation. The other one is a particular fund, but it still backs something, and it's still security, right? It's not just a random token; it's asset based. Same thing here with Exodus. So this is an asset-based token. In this case, it's actually securitized. So this is official. You actually own a portion of the company here in this case. So they did it official with the SEC approval, and they're going to tokenize this and sell it. Now, special thanks to Ryan McDonald USA for bringing this to my attention because I had forgotten about this. It's been several weeks. But when you look at this, I think this is also along those same lines of being kind of ironic, right? Because the shares that are being sold here are being converted to tokens on the Algorand blockchain. But to even invest, they didn't even accept Algorand. They only accepted Bitcoin, ETH, and the USDC. Now, the USDC at that time, it could have been running on Algo. It would have been less expensive to transfer the money to them. But it was just kind of one of those things that says, hey, the people that know, the people that work in the industry, not just the money, not just the hedge fund managers or whoever it is. I just noticed that. They should have said that's a pure proof of stake. But that's okay. Anyway, the people that are in the industry, they are investing, and they are running their systems on Algorand. That's very interesting. Oh, there we see that the T0 digital security arm of Overstock.com. Not a whole lot of activity there on T0 yet, but apparently they're going to have some now because there are a couple of back-to-back announcements of the crypto, the asset-backed crypto or tokens is going to be traded on T0 now. So there you have it. It just goes to know that the insiders, the people who are actually running the systems, who are communicating with the crypto industry, they are choosing Algorand, and I think that speaks volumes for what's going on in the industry. So the people who would normally, invest in these Series A, investment rounds, they may not be crypto savvy. They like, that's just a byproduct. They think like, okay, that's cool. It's going to get converted to a token. That's all right. They don't need to be particularly crypto savvy to have participated in an SEC Series A kind of a round. However, the people that are running that ran it through Algorand. So I'm particularly interested in continuing to watch that. All right, now next up, we've got a hodgepodge of information here today. There's quite a bit. I actually thought about adding a whole nother section here. And in fact, stay tuned because I am going to add another section in the coming days here. But before we get into that, so we had that news yesterday about MEXC Global adding Yieldly. And I found it interesting that they released a secondary PR kind of an announcement here, but this one didn't lead with the Yieldly information. Although they use the same graphic, you can see Yieldly is still prominently displayed there, but they led with the stablecoin news. The two stablecoins, Tether and Circle, that are based on the Algorand blockchain. Those are superior in transfer speed and efficiency costs here we're talking about. So it's nice to see those stablecoins getting added. So once again, we see that once Algorand gets into a system, the blockchain there provides the foundation, the framework to add on ASAs or stablecoins that also are using the Algorand blockchain. So the community, the ecosystem just grows stronger. And so as a Yieldly gains presence, it's good for everyone because we want more volume on these stablecoins that use Algorand as well. I just found it interesting that they didn't lead with Yieldly. They led with USDT and USDC, and I think that's smart because it's a wider audience. So they wanted to draw attention that they now have a wider audience, and there's more going on there. So for them, it was probably a good move. I just thought it was interesting. Here, we've also got some Planet Watch news. So check out Planet Watch's AMA. It happens today, 6 p.m. CET. There's a link. I'll post it in the description below. And the link there is actually just so you can ask questions. Tune into their Twitter. Watch their Twitter today for more instructions and to see when these responses come from Claudio. I like that Planet Watch group, by the way. They've been very active. They're accepting planets. They're communicating with their base. Hey, go check some air quality in your area. So that falls in line with the green crypto movement. Algorand's in line with how they choose their partners. All right. Brazilian digital token just added 500K BRZ token. So Darren, aka Be More See More, posted this yesterday. And he actually mistyped here. It's not 500K, it's 500 million, but that's okay. You know what? It happens to the best of us. I accidentally said that Yieldly was worth $1 yesterday. I don't know why that happened. Sometimes I just get to talking and my mouth moves faster than my brain, and I try to do these in one take. But I know Yieldly is worth a penny, and actually today, it dropped down to a half a penny. That was a little bit alarming, but not for those of us who realize that, hey, Yieldly for the long run is primed to make some of those moves. You're in so early before they get listed on a couple of exchanges. I actually posted something yesterday that I was curious if a bunch of these people who had earned rewards, because if you staked your algo, you were earning Yieldly, but it was difficult to exchange it. Yes, I know there's Uniswap, but there's that whole bridge thing, and it's a barrier to entry for a lot of people. People get worried about losing their funds working the bridge and transferring to ETH and then transferring back, or what's going on. So anyway, maybe some people went and sold, once this went live on MEXC. I don't think that the Probit application is going to happen for, a couple of days now. I think it got delayed maybe till Thursday. So that didn't go live. Maybe it's just MEXC. I don't know. I don't have an answer. I'm just saying it happened. So, but I think that long term, it doesn't really matter. So I'm still super excited about it. Also yesterday, and this actually, I could have done a whole episode on this, and I might add some more information about this in tomorrow's episode, but I Trust Capital now features Algorand as one of the up-and-coming or coming soon blockchains or tokens that you can invest in. And for me, this is just targeting, again, the typical investor, because iTrust Capital allows you to take your 401ks, roll them over, self-direct 401k or IRA, or those types of things. You can use iTrust Capital as an investment vehicle to work with cryptocurrency. So your traditional retirement account. Now you can choose to have Algorand in your retirement account. Now, I don't know for sure if they allow the Roth IRA. I assume so, and there's some significant tax advantages to that as well, because if you invest in crypto with your Roth, then it's non-taxable. Now, I'm not a professional, professional financial associate or whatever, but I'm thinking about doing this personally. Do your own research. Go check it out. That's my understanding of it. Make sure you talk to your professional, but it's worth checking out. If you have a retirement account of some, shape or form, I would definitely go do that and at least investigate it. You owe it to yourself to at least know what the options are. All right. A little fun news today. I've been covering Yieldly a ton lately, and when I post on Twitter, it's the Algo fam or the Algonauts, but I have no idea how to tag Yieldly fans or holders. What are the Yieldly folks called? The hodlers for Yieldly. So I put out a few options there. The Yield Squad, the FOY, Friends of Yieldly, Yieldly Farmers. So far, the Yield Squad has got the most votes, but Buffalo Man 2773, he says we should be the Flamingos or something flamingo related. I think he got one like on that one so far. Crypto Stevo, he says, hey, we should be the Yillionaires. Yillionaires is kind of lengthy, but it does have I like where he's going there. The Yillionaires. It doesn't really roll off the tongue though. I don't know. But what do you think? Go find me on Twitter. I'm at Real Monty Allen. Let me know what you think the Yieldly holders should be. I know not everybody who watches this owns Yieldly, but it's interesting and I cover a lot of it. So I'm just curious. Just curious, throwing it out there. All right, folks. As always, be careful out there. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. My name is the Real Monty Allen, and I'm your crypto nerd.